Life in the spotlight often blurs the line between reality television drama and real-world consequences, and few stories capture that tension more clearly than the recent legal chapter involving 90-Day Fiancé star Veronica Rodriguez. Known for her confident personality, sharp wit, and long-standing presence in the franchise, Veronica recently found herself at the center of a situation far more serious than any on-screen argument. Now, that chapter has come to an unexpected close. The domestic violence charges filed against Veronica Rodriguez have officially been dropped, marking a dramatic turn in a story that shocked fans and ignited widespread conversation online. While the legal matter is no longer moving forward, the emotional weight of the situation, for Veronica, her fiancé Seth, and the public watching from afar, lingers well beyond the courtroom. From fan favorite to legal headlines, Veronica Rodriguez has long been a recognizable and often beloved figure within the 90-Day Fiancé universe. First introduced as part of Tim Malcolm's storyline, she quickly became more than just a supporting character. Her unapologetic honesty, strong opinions, and no-nonsense approach earned her repeat appearances and a loyal following. Off-screen, Veronica's life seemed to be settling into a new chapter of happiness. After finding love with Seth, the two became engaged, sharing glimpses of their relationship and future plans with fans. Engagement photos and travel moments painted a picture of stability and optimism, a far cry from the turbulence that would soon unfold. The incident that changed everything. In December, that sense of calm was abruptly disrupted when both Veronica and Seth were arrested following a reported domestic dispute. The incident led to misdemeanor charges against both parties, immediately thrusting their private lives into public scrutiny. News of the arrests sent shockwaves through the fandom. For many viewers, it was difficult to reconcile the confident, composed Veronica they knew from television with the gravity of the allegations. Social media quickly filled with speculation, concern, and debate, as fans tried to piece together what might have happened behind closed doors. At the heart of the situation was a deeply personal conflict, one that did not fit neatly into the dramatic arcs audiences are used to consuming on reality TV. Why the charges were dropped. After weeks of uncertainty, the case took a decisive turn. The domestic violence charges against Veronica were dropped after neither she nor Seth chose to testify against the other. By invoking their legal right to remain silent, prosecutors were left without the testimony needed to move the case forward. This outcome does not declare innocence or assign blame. Instead, it reflects a legal reality. Without cooperation from the involved parties, the case could not proceed. As a result, the charges were dismissed, bringing the legal process to a halt, at least for now. For Veronica, this meant relief from a looming legal threat. For the public, it raised complex questions about how such cases are understood, discussed, and judged from the outside. The complexity of public judgment. One of the most challenging aspects of this situation has been the court of public opinion. Reality TV stars live in a world where personal struggles are often treated as entertainment, dissected and debated in comment sections and forums. But real relationships are messy. They don't follow scripts, and they don't offer clear heroes or villains. In cases where both partners are charged, and neither wants to pursue legal action against the other, the narrative becomes especially complicated. The dismissal of charges does not erase the incident or the emotions tied to it. Instead, it highlights how limited public understanding can be when only fragments of a story are visible. Veronica's silence speaks volumes. Since the charges were dropped, Veronica has remained relatively quiet about the situation. That silence, for some, is frustrating. For others, it's understandable. After living through a deeply personal and public ordeal, choosing privacy can be an act of self-preservation. Not every story needs to be explained, justified, or shared, especially when legal and emotional healing are involved. For someone whose life has been partially defined by cameras and confessionals, stepping back from public commentary may be the most authentic response of all. Reality TV versus real life. This situation serves as a reminder that reality television, despite its name, offers only a carefully edited version of people's lives. Conflicts shown on screen are controlled, framed, and often resolved within a season. Real life doesn't work that way. Legal troubles, relationship struggles, and emotional fallout don't wrap up neatly in an episode or reunion special. They linger, evolve, and demand space for reflection and growth. Veronica's experience underscores how quickly fame can magnify personal pain, and how difficult it can be to navigate serious life events under public scrutiny. What comes next for Veronica? With the charges dropped, Veronica now faces a different kind of crossroads. How she chooses to move forward, personally, professionally, and publicly, remains to be seen. Will she return to television? Will she address the incident openly at some point? Or will she focus on rebuilding her life away from the spotlight? Whatever path she chooses, this chapter has undoubtedly left its mark. It's a reminder that even familiar faces on our screens are navigating real challenges, often without the luxury of privacy. A final thought. The dismissal of Veronica Rodriguez's domestic violence charges brings legal closure, but not necessarily emotional resolution. It's a story without a clear ending, one shaped by silence, complexity, and the difficult intersection of fame and personal struggle. As fans, viewers, and observers, it's worth remembering that behind every headline is a human being dealing with consequences we may never fully understand. And sometimes the most respectful response is not judgment or speculation, but space.